Tonight's story isn't loud. There are no screams, no chases, no jump scares. Just a quiet truth, something many of us wonder but never ask. What if the version of you that sleeps isn't the only one that wakes? Close your eyes, relax, and listen, because this is the story of the second me. Started a few weeks ago. I'd wake up exhausted, not just sleepy, worn out, like I had run all night. First, I blamed dreams, stress, blue light before bed, the usual. But then things started moving. A chair was out of place, my shoes wet, the front door unlocked. I live alone. I told myself I was being paranoid, until I checked the camera. I set up my phone to record overnight. Nothing for hours, just me asleep, still, quiet, until 2:47 a.m. That's when I sat up, slowly, too smoothly, but my eyes stayed closed. I climbed out of bed and walked carefully to the mirror. I stood there, still asleep, for exactly 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Then I smiled. Not the me I know, not a sleepy smile. It was wide, deliberate, the kind of smile you practice. Then I walked out of frame. I've watched every night since. It happens again and again, always between 2:40 and 3 a.m. Sometimes I just stand. Sometimes I leave the apartment. Once, I stood by the fridge for over an hour, still asleep, still smiling. I tried tying myself down one night. Blankets, weighted sheets, didn't matter. In the morning, the knots were undone, and there was a note on the pillow. You're not the only one dreaming. I smashed the mirror the next night, every last shard. I thought if I couldn't see me, maybe the other me couldn't either. But the next morning, there was a brand new mirror on the floor, still in plastic, still warm, like it had just been unwrapped, and in the corner, scratched faintly into the wood. I like watching myself. I stayed up last night. No sleeping, no blinking, just watching. At 2:47, nothing happened. 2:50, still quiet. And then at exactly 2:53, I moved, but I didn't. My body, two versions of me, one watching, one standing. It walked to me, kneeled, and whispered in a voice that wasn't mine. You've been doing this wrong. Let me try now. This morning, I looked in the mirror, and I didn't blink. I smiled, but I didn't feel it. My hands moved on their own. My thoughts felt far away, like I was trapped behind my eyes, watching, but not in control. I think the second me is awake now, and I'm the one dreaming. I don't know if I'll ever wake up again. So if you're lying in bed tonight, and you feel tired, but your arms start to move, don't panic, just breathe. Maybe it's not a dream. Maybe the second you want to turn. Just let it pass. And whatever you do, don't look in the mirror at 2:47 a.m. Welcome back. Night 5. You remember the story, don't you? The one where I watched myself sleep, where the mirror didn't blink, where I didn't wake up, but something else did. This is night 5, and tonight took something I can't get back. I haven't spoken in 3 days, not because I'm scared, not because I don't want to, but because I can't. My voice is gone, not lost, taken. It started the morning after I saw it, the second me smile for the first time. That grin, still etched into my memory. But the sound I heard next, it was my own voice, speaking to me from across the room. I thought it was a hallucination, but there it was, my voice talking, not inside my head, not a memory, live, outside, speaking words I hadn't said. It was laughing, telling a joke I hadn't heard in years, a joke only I would know. I ran to the mirror, And there it was, me, smiling, mouthing the words I couldn't say. And then it winked, like it had been practicing, like it was better at being me than I was. That night I stayed up again, recorded everything. 1:48 a.m., nothing. 2:12 a.m., still. 2:47 a.m. My body got up, my eyes stayed closed, but my voice spoke aloud. He's watching me again. He thinks he's real. Let's prove him wrong. It was my voice but not my words. Every morning now something's different. My fingers twitch when I don't mean to. I smile too long in photos. I forget what I was about to say, not because I forgot, but because someone else said it first. I tried to scream yesterday, but nothing came out. Only silence. And somewhere, faintly, in the pipes, I swear I heard me laughing again. Today, carved into the inside of my closet. You don't need a voice when I speak better. Let me finish your story. And in the mirror, for the first time, my reflection moved when I didn't. It pressed its hand against the glass, and I felt my own chest ache, like something was trying to get in, or out. So tonight, when you sleep, if you find yourself mouthing words you didn't mean, or watching your reflection just a little too long, don't speak, don't scream. You might not like what answers you, because some versions of you are better at pretending than you ever were. Good night. You can't share a body forever. You can't share a name, a voice, a mirror. Something has to give. This is night 7. And tonight, one of us must go. It's gotten worse. I no longer dream, not because I'm not asleep, but because he dreams for me. Every night, the second me moves longer, talks louder, and smiles deeper. He's better at pretending. Even my mother didn't notice when she called. He used my voice, said the right things, laughed like me. I was screaming behind the silence. She never knew. The mirror used to mimic. Now it moves first. This morning, my reflection blinked before I did. Its head tilted before I moved. It smiled. And I didn't. I punched it. Glass shattered. But the image stayed. Perfect. Untouched. And it whispered something. You're late. I've already told them who's real. I stayed awake for 72 hours. No REM. No Dre. I caught myself humming a tune I don't know. And when I stopped, the humming kept going, coming from my own chest. It's time. I've locked every door, covered the mirrors, lit candles. And now, I wait, at exactly 2:47 a.m. I felt my body rise. I wasn't in control, but I stayed awake, watching. He stood across from me. Same body, same face, but the smile was all wrong. It was calm, confident, permanent. He spoke first. You've had your turn. I'm stronger. I'm quieter. They trust me more. I whispered back the first sound I've made in days. They're still listening to me. And I grabbed the knife. But he didn't fight. He knelt, looked up at me, and said, do it. But if you're wrong, you'll disappear. I blinked, and the room changed. Suddenly, I was holding the knife, but standing on the other side, looking at me, about to strike, both of us frozen, and neither of us sure who we really are anymore. So if I'm here tonight, telling you the story, whispering into your dark, quiet room, it means I won, I think. But if sometime soon you hear a knock, and it's someone who looks like me, talks like me, don't open the door, because the second me might be looking for someone new to replace.